Welcome to SalesIQ's Actionable Marketing webinar. We are proud and pleased to share that since we started this series, we have now crossed more than 3,000 registrations and have had the pleasure to serve more than 1,000 attendees. So as we grow, we want to make this series a household name for marketing, sales, and support departments, and a place they can rely on for practical and actionable insights they can put to use instantly. Today, not sometime in the future, just today. So you'll see more topics along this line in the upcoming months. Coming to today's session, ChatGPT has been the talk of the tech town. And with that, almost everyone has had the feel of what chatbot is. After ChatGPT, answering questions has become easier. The next evolution for them would be to act. Can it send emails? Can it book meetings or design presentations? Well, in fact, some of them are already doing it as we speak. But today we are talking about one such advanced evolution, a chatbot answering prospect or customer's question and booking a meeting for them without breaking a sweat. Scheduling applications have removed chaos from businesses' daily operations and infuse order. It enhances productivity, saves time, increases ROI, and provides a better overall customer experience. Combining it with a chatbot literally augments its potential multifold. To discuss this with us, we have Ajin, Product Manager, Zoho SalesIQ. He's with me now. Hello, Ajin. Welcome to session.
Hi, Pragadeesh. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. And we also have Anish Mathew, Senior Product Marketing Manager, Zoho Bookings. Hello, Anish.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome to the session, Anish.
Thank you.
We have Elavarasan Senguttuvan, Product Marketer, Zoho Bookings. Hello, Ila.
Hey, Pragadeesh. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So let's start. Let's jump right into the session. When businesses think about giving self-service option to the customers, the first step, the primary step they think about is getting a chatbot for their business to increase their operational efficiency. As a first line of communication, modern day chatbots can do many things. I know it's a blanket statement, but that's why I wanted to ask this question to Ajin about the potential of chatbot in the self-servicing world in terms of business value.
Yeah. Once again, hello to everyone. Pragadeesh, before we discuss the potential of chatbots, can you just run a poll to the audience? So,
sure.
How many of you are already having chatbots? I mean, live chat added to your website?
I've just enabled this poll for you. Please take a second and answer this question. Around 35% has said no, so that should mean something, Ajin.
Yes. I think they have finished answering it.
Yeah.
Around 35% says no, right? And 18%, around 19 to 20%, they are interested in trying. Okay. So, well, if you are not using live chat to your website, so I am sorry to say this, you are losing a lot of prospects and customers. So it is high time for you to add live chat to your website. Why do I say that? You'll understand that in the course of the session. Coming to chatbots, which have now become one of the most effective and powerful platforms of communication, especially in the field of customer support, right? The first question businesses have in their mind is their reliability on chatbots. So I can happily share SalesIQ as an example. Though we have a very brilliant support team, due to our expanding our business, as the day grows, the business grows, right? Our support team often stacked up with multiple chat with mundane questions. So once we enable the chatbot to our website, we could actually witness the number of chats attended by the operators are getting reduced. And if I want to, why? Because the chatbots are taking care of repeated and frequently asked questions, and it can resolve that type of questions by itself. So to put that contact into numbers, you can see the screen. In the last month, we have received around 7,500 chats. So chats responded by chatbots is around 3,000. That is around 40%. And around 1,600 chats has been completely resolved by chatbot. That is more than 20%, which is a good number to have. So, in other words, we can say that we are actually accompanying, assisting, and helping more customers in the recent times once we have enabled chatbot to our website. So, as I have witnessed the chatbot's ability and its potential to handle chats, I could name a few things about it, like availability. It can be available 24/7, and you don't need to have operators available at any time. And cost effectiveness. It is very hard for a small business to afford chatbots, right? To afford operators available at the website every time. So chatbots are completely free of cost. It can be made available at your website 24/7 round the clock, and instant and faster resolution. Chatbots are trained in such a way that it could answer to the frequently asked question faster, and its scalability finally. So it is very evident that chatbots can handle a huge volume of chat at an instance, and more the customer it handles, more the problem it solves, more happy customers, thereby increasing your return on investment. So let me show you a quick demo on how to add live chat to your website, because more than 50% of the attendees doesn't have chatbots added to their website, and also how to configure our no-code chatbot to your website. So once you're logged into SalesIQ, you will be landing into this page. As you can see, this is a live view where your website visitors will be listed here based on the time they are spent on the website. And let me show you how to add code to your website quickly. Navigate to settings, brands. You can copy your website code from the click here and go to, for the demo purpose, we are using Zoho sites. You can copy paste your code in footer. Then once you publish this, you can see live chat added to your website, right? So this is very simple to add live chat to your website. So now let me show you how you can configure your no-code codeless bot to your website. Let me navigate to settings, bot, and you just have to click one of the bot here. And when you jump into codeless bot builder, you could see the builder with the complete flow here, which we have created for that. And imagine if you are a small business who want to get information from your customers, get information like name, email, or phone number. It can be done with the codeless chatbot just by dragging and dropping these cards here. As you can see, we have added a flow with the arrangement of multiple cards. And if I want to add another card here, see, for example, I have added name here and I added also email here. If I want to add name, I just disassociate this. When I click on this icon, I'll have n number of cards supported by the codeless bot. I can add anything from here. For example, I'll add phone number here. So also we have been supporting the no-code bot in all platforms, from Facebook Messenger to Instagram to WhatsApp, and also in mobile applications as well. I'll select the country code here and save. Yes, now the phone number is added here. I just want to drag and drop this arrow here, then the full flows get settled. If you want to, if you are not sure if the flow is going to work correctly or not, then if you want to test your bot, just run your testing from the preview here. So you can get complete preview and complete view on how the bot works from this test your bot preview itself. Once you have published the bot, published and save the bot, and it should be in the enabled state, and you can see the bot is working here. So now I have just gave the demo on how to add a live chat code to their website, and also how to configure a no code, a codeless bot, as we say in SalesIQ. And in the course of the session, I think Ella will give a detailed demo on how Zoho SalesIQ and Zoho Bookings integrations actually go hand in hand, and actually how it works with the chatbot.
Okay, thank you, Ajin. Thank you for that insightful demo.
Coming to SalesIQ, we have already have state-of-the-art no-code chatbot to our website. And what's next? It's always an enhancement or an improvement. We always do, right? So the next upgrade to is to have automated customer scheduling or appointment booking feature, which is natively built inside SalesIQ. That is the next upgrade of it. So for that, it can be helpful for debugging session with your existing customer or a demo call with a new customer. So this is quite helpful, and this particular thing has been also requested by many of our customers. So Zoho SalesIQ natively integrated with Zoho Bookings has been it's developed due to this. So that is how the SalesIQ and Bookings integrations came into the picture.
Thank you, Ajin. The whole shabazz about installing a live chat tool or building a chatbot thing is like completed in mere 5 minutes. So that was very simple with SalesIQ.
Yeah, it is very simple for a people even with no technical or coding knowledge. Configuring a chatbot to your website you can do that in 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I hope all the viewers saw his demo would be thrilled to, like the 35% said they don't have a chatbot on their website. So I think they'll try to include SalesIQ in their stack. Also, one thing that you mentioned was very impressive. More than 20% of the chats are resolved by chatbots itself. So it would be a massive support to the support, like customer support team itself.
Yeah, it actually reduced a lot of burden from them. If you could see from the stat, around 7,500, 3,000 chats has been, the chatbots picked up 3,000 chats. Yeah. Like that is 40% of that. So you could just imagine, you can numbers, right?
So like Ajin mentioned, there was an obvious need for SalesIQ and Bookings integration to perfect our self-servicing option. But why? Why was there a need? So there was a time not long ago, there were no scheduling apps. Everyone has to go back and fro to schedule, cancel, or reschedule their appointments or meetings. What was that like? We asked some of our colleagues around the office to reminisce those days. Oh, reminisce, they did. Let's see what they had to go through, and still some are going through.
So I visit this famous hospital in Chennai, and they have been established here for more than 2 decades. And their service is really good. But what they really lack is their streamlining their booking process. So how I usually book appointments with them is that I have to call them up and then confirm their appointment over a call. So sometimes it gets cancelled, and it is really difficult for me because I live far away. I have to plan my travel accordingly. So this booking process is a bit frustrating for me. So if they could streamline it, if they could streamline their entire booking process, then it would be really good for me and for all the patients.
We asked our product head Jerry John to share his experience. So he shared his this whole scheduling app experience about how he has to book an appointment for his father for a medical treatment. So he has to call that doctor's secretary to get a particular day, and if that particular time doesn't suit him, he has to call his father and call the doctor again and do this whole go and fro to confirm this booking, to confirm that booking for his father.
The most frustrating part of setting up meetings through email was the delay for getting everything started. So you always had to wait for a response, and if things were kind of going slow for them or things were going very busy for us, it would always take time. And so it was constantly like, not only was it already multiple emails for everything, but you had also the delay of waiting for each other to read that email and then confirm the details and then get back to it. When we used to have to send meetings through email, there was a lot of back and forth, us confirming availability with them, us looking at their availability, making sure if it worked with us. And if there was any discrepancies, we had to send emails back out and sort of reconfirm things, and it could waste a lot of time and wasn't very productive or nor intuitive to sort of getting the process started.
One of our marketing analysts, he shared his experience about not having a scheduling app when he, like 20 years ago, living in India. So he has to go to that hospital in the morning, and he has to get an appointment ticket from the counter. So no, in the hospital they cannot predict how long it would take for that particular token to come. So if anyone missed their turn, they'd have to get a new token and then wait for the whole day. So it was very unorganized, and it would be very tiresome for him, and even a regular checkup would take almost a day. But since with the scheduling apps, he says the waiting period has been reduced so much, and he has been benefiting from the apps a lot.
Hey, this is Ash from Zoho Support. In support, we are obliged to track certain processes and customer records for future reference. And for that case, email was a go-to system for us to schedule meetings. And while scheduling meetings, we will have to send back and forth email to the customers to make sure we fix the correct time zone and the correct time slot without colliding with the other pre-scheduled sessions. Manual email scheduling process is a rigmarole, I would say, both professionally and personally, because it involves a lot of email threads and email conversation. We will have to send out an email to confirm the customer time zone, and they might have to get back to us to confirm the same, and we should confirm it back saying we do not have any pre-scheduled sessions on the same timing. And also, we would have to mark it manually on our calendar and block the time, and we should send a reminder so that we would be reminded before the session and we can make sure that we don't miss the session. Therefore, manual scheduling of meetings would require Herculean effort from both customers and the agents. The biggest drawback was the customer wouldn't know the available time slot of that particular agent. So what if the agent has a pre-scheduled session on the same time? And what if the scheduled time slot doesn't come under the agent's working hours? Some other agent might have to handle this who isn't privy to the details of this case as well as the customer, thus squandering the time of both the customers and agents. In a nutshell, manual meeting scheduling is a time-consuming process, and it isn't very effective and efficient in this era of AI and ChatGPT.
You have seen the video. These are not just random people, but they are customer to some product or service. They might be customer to your product or service. Now, I'm going to ask 3 difficult questions here. Actually, Ajin already asked the first question, but I want to add 2 more. Please indulge me in the chat section. Type yes or no if you have an answer. So, do you have a live chat? He already asked. The second question would be, does your business require your customers to book staff, service, or workspaces? Indulge me, let me know, yes or no. Okay, I have one more question to add. So, do you give them a chatbot or live chat with scheduling options? please say yes or no. Okay, I see an equal number of yes with no. So if those who are not, if those who are saying no, so the thing you have seen in this video, that is what your customers would be saying to others. So I'd recommend you to get a chatbot and scheduling app for your business. So far, from what we have seen and heard, no one will argue against the need for a scheduling app. But what is the scope of scheduling apps in business sense? Anish, can you paint us a broader picture for that?
Sure, Pragadeesh. Thanks for having me in this session.
Sure.
The scope of scheduling apps is very wide. We see people from sales, recruitment, health and wellness, customer success, all of them using scheduling app to share their time with their clients and book appointments. In fact, scheduling app is needed by everyone because we are meeting another person daily and we have to share our time. Now it goes beyond scheduling. So a scheduling app is an essential part of any customer experience tool set. Now, if we look at businesses, usually they will put a lot of effort on customer experience tool set, but it would be on the lead gen side. So they will have ad tech, they will have website, they will have CRM. And what happens is when a prospect clicks on an ad and lands on their website, and if they have a question, there will be only an email ID which they have to send a questions to. And what will happen if they don't have a live chat or a scheduling app? The prospect will have to wait for you to answer the questions, and by the time, what will happen? The prospect might go to the competition. Now imagine this in a scenario. Let's say a VP of a large organization is visiting the website and he has a question. Now, if we take the time to get his question by email and respond to him in 1 or 2 days, what is going to happen? He's a smart guy. He is going to the competitor's website, and there is a salesperson waiting on live chat to answer the questions. And also, they are ready to share their booking page link. And the VP gets an appointment booked, and they meet. And by the time you send a reply by email, that deal is gone. Now, why does this happen? Nobody has a full-time job of finding software. Now, everybody is having a day job. A sales manager is responsible for bringing revenue, monitoring their team, closing more deals. Now, out of a 40-hour or 70-hour week, depends on how they work, they might have 5 hours or less than 5 hours a week to find a software that increases the productivity. And you as a salesperson will have to convince them in that 5 hours or less than 5 hours that your product is better. You have to answer their questions, and you have to take them through a demo all before the competition gets in. Now, if you are not having a live chat or a scheduling app in your CX tool set, you are leaving gaps in that tool set, and through those gaps, you are letting your competition enter and steal your leads. Now, what does SalesIQ and Bookings do? They qualify and convert. The prospects lands on the website. SalesIQ will have chatbots which can take care of the first level of questions. And if there is a need for a human to be involved, the chatbot can bring in the human also into the conversation. And if it's an SDR, and if the SDR feels like the conversation can be continued with themselves, they can share the booking page link. The prospect gets an appointment booked. They get the meeting link because Bookings scheduling app is integrated with video conferencing tool, and the entire process is seamless. The appointment is booked, they meet, and you are 100 steps closer to closing that deal. Now, I talked about qualifying and converting, and is that enough? I also spoke about closing the gaps in the CX tool set. Is that enough? No, that's not enough. When you bring two new apps to improve your customer experience, they have to work with your existing tool set. So that's what Bookings and SalesIQ does too. So they don't work in isolation. They integrate with tools like CRM. So when an appointment is booked, that is already added to CRM as well, so that the salesperson can continue their follow-ups from there. Together, SalesIQ and bookings, what they do is they cut down this delay in the lead, in the conversion process, and also they accelerate the deal velocity. Now, as I said, to summarize, there are two aspects to this. You have to complete your CX toolset and leave no gaps. And also you have to ensure that the tools that you bring in also integrates well with your existing tech stack. And this is what I think SalesIQ and bookings integrations brings to the table.
That is spot on, Anish. Like you mentioned, no one wants to wait, as it's not a counter for Taylor Swift concert. Prospects want answers and they want it now. If we delay them anywhere in that funnel, they'll simply move on. So now we have come to the critical juncture of the discussion, the SalesIQ and bookings integration. So Ila, what does the customer get out of this integration?
Sure. Thank you so much, Pragadeesh. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Excited to have you all here. Really looking forward to take you through the presentation of how the integration is going to look like. Before I begin, just wanted to share a few points from what Anish and Ajin had mentioned. So, like both of them mentioned, in today's world, there is, which is moving at a very rapid pace, businesses have to provide great customer experience or customer support on their website. Like Anish had mentioned, time is really valuable for all of us. Anyone who's coming onto the website really has no time to waste. If they have to book a call with you or if they want to get more information, it all has to be done seamlessly. And if they're going to go all over your website, then there is something missing. Or as Anish put it, there's a gap. Now, how do we fill that gap? Um, we have to facilitate our customers that come to our website, and we have to have options to let them self-serve. If we don't do that, our websites are going to be like internet explorers. We will be slow to provide value and we will be outdated. Now, for your customer, your website is a critical touch point on when they come to get more information or to have a conversation with you. And to do this well and to engage with customers well, that is where your sales IQ and bookings integration is going to help you. That there, the integration is going to help you converse with your customers when they land on your website, and that's what we will be looking into today. And let me share how that's going to be. All right. So before I begin, I really wanted to mention one important point as well. That is, now individually, both Sales IQ and Bookings are great apps because they are going to help you provide great value to your customers. Your live chat through Sales IQ is going to help engage their customers, and it's going to give them the much needed information in no time. Your bookings, when embedded on your website, is still going to collect appointments on your behalf and is going to get the job done. But when both of them are going to be combined, now it's going to be a killer combination, right? Now, for the integration to work, the first thing or two important things that we'll have to do is one, have a Sales IQ account, and number two is have a Zoho Bookings account. So for all of you, I'm sure Ajin also covered this. So for all of you who are new to Sales IQ, this will be your Sales IQ application where all the conversations that start from your website, you can see it right under your all chat sections, and you can start conversing with your customers right over here. And for all of you who are new to bookings, this is how your bookings account is going to look like. All the appointments that get booked through your live chat is going to be collected into your bookings account, and you can access them whenever required. Now, to set up your bookings account, there are three important steps, which is your workspace, service, and staff, which I will get into in just a bit. So once you have your Sales IQ account ready and once you have your bookings account ready, the integration needs to be done inside your Sales IQ application. So when we go to settings, under developers, we will see the integration button over here and you will see bookings listed over here. So by default, it will be disabled for all of you. So for the first time, you will have to enable it. And once that's enabled, your integration is done, and you can we just have two more things to set up. Number one is the Zoho Bookings configuration of workflows or workspaces. Now, workspaces are part of bookings, where under bookings, when you create a workspace, your workspace could be your business or different departments of your business. Let's say you have departments like sales, marketing, customer success, and so on. You can have them as different departments, and under each workspace as a department, you can create different services or meeting types for which you will be collecting appointments from your customers. So this way, you're going to categorize your different appointment types, and they're not going to clash with other departments or your other business functions. So workspaces, once set up, you then create your services under your workspace. And once that is done, you bring in your staff. So you can add staff to take up appointments for certain services or your meeting types. You can give them various availabilities to take up appointments, and the availabilities will be shown to customers based on what you set up over here. So your staff is going to book based on how you are going to set up their availabilities inside your bookings account. So once the integration is done, SalesIQ will pull all that information and bring it into the SalesIQ app. And here you choose which workspace should be shown to customers, or which workspace should be included into your SalesIQ account. So for now, I've chosen Project Flow. Project Flow is my business. It's a business that's going to provide project management app for customers, and that's the website we'll be seeing as well. So once this is done, the second configuration we'll have to do is the display card configuration or the widget configuration, where you can choose how the label should be as. So if your staff is going to be named as agents, or if your staff is going to be named as staff or an expert or a sales executive, you can change up the labels over here. Similarly, for your service, if you call it meeting types, or if you call it consultations, or whatever label you want to give for the kind of service that you want to take, you can change it up over here, and the date and time configuration as well. So once these three things are set up, your integration is good to go, and now we can start collecting appointments. Now, once this is done, there are two ways in which the integration is going to help you. Number one is through a chatbot. And I saw a lot of questions around the chatbot in the Q&A section. So to give you an idea of how the chatbot is going to look like, so we come into the settings button, and we have here Zoho. And when you click on Zoho, you will be able to add a new bot or a chatbot. I'll show you my configuration that I've done for this particular demo that I'll be taking you through. Do not worry, it's as simple as drag and drop into the workflow. I got this done in under less than a minute, so it's going to be that simple. So the flow that I've set up is, when a new prospect is going to enter my website, I want to ask them few questions, and based on the questions, I'm going to route them to a call with my sales executive or with my marketing team for a demo. That's the setup I've done over here. So it's going to be either a sales call or for a demo call, or if they want to get in touch with a live agent who's available, I've set up an availability for that as well. So there are three things that I've set up over here. You can customize this as however you want to. For example, if you want them to ask what your prospects are looking for, you can, based on their answers, you can throw them relevant resources or relevant blogs, or you can route them to the right person so that they can have the right conversation about what they're looking for. So your chatbot is going to be your buddy, because when you're not available to take up chats, or if you do not have the resources to have live agents converse with your customers, your chatbot is going to ensure that when prospects come into your website, they are not going to go away without having any value served. Your chatbot is going to ensure that they get all the information they need, and if they need to talk with someone, let's say if they're ready to talk to sales, or if they're ready to talk with a human, with the bookings integration, you can send them the options to schedule for a date and time. So simply put, your SalesIQ Zobot or your chatbot is going to help you customize the entire flow as per your business requirements. So this is the requirement I've done, and let me show you how that's going to look like. So I've already enabled the chatbot into my website, and once customers land on my website, you see that the chatbot is already there. And now when I click on the chat, my chatbot is initiating the conversation. There we go. So my chatbot is now asking whether I want to talk to sales, or I need a demo, or if I want to talk to a human. So since this is a chatbot, I'm going to say that I am ready to talk to a salesperson. And once that's done, what the chatbot will do is it will throw me the Zoho Bookings widget, where it will allow you to collect appointments from your customers. So when I click book now, it will show me the available date and times for the agents that are available. So I'm going to choose the date and time for Roy Banks, with whom I'm going to make an appointment with. So I can see all of these are Roy Banks' availability. Let me choose for 18th of April, and let me choose for 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and I'm going to make an appointment. So when making appointment, for bookings to schedule the appointment, there are three things that are mandatory, which is your name, email, and phone number. So your customers, when they make an appointment, will be asked for this information, and if they are a repeat customer, all of these will be pre-filled for them, and all they have to do is just choose the date and time, and the appointment is going to be scheduled for them. I'm so sorry, looks like that slot is taken up. Let me try another slot. Let me try for 19th of April, and this time I will schedule it in the morning at 10 a.m. I'm going to click proceed. My details are pre-filled, and if I now schedule an appointment, there we go. The appointment is booked, and everything is going to be automated. Now, when I say automated, what is going to happen? So, with bookings, when an appointment is going to be made, your emails are going to be triggered automatically. So, since I've made an appointment now, let me show you what the email will look like. So, this is the appointment I've made. I've received an email confirmation, and this is the details for the meeting that I've booked. So, it has all the details I need, and since I've enabled it for online meetings, my meeting link is also sent via the email. And apart from this, your calendars are going to be synced as well. So your customer's calendar is going to be synced with this particular meeting, and your staff calendar is going to be synced as well. So under 1 minute, your entire process of scheduling an appointment is completed, which otherwise could have taken, I don't know, maybe half a day or even sometimes 1 day. Because if you are going to collect your customer's email address, and if your account executives or if your sales representatives are going to engage with them through back and forth conversations, it is going to take a lot of time. You first have to confirm the time, you then have to confirm the date, and then see if both of you are available, and then schedule the meeting. It's a lot of process that's involved. But here, through the chatbot, with the integration, everything is done under a minute. In just a couple of clicks, the meeting was scheduled. So this is what your chatbot will help you to do. When your customers are going to land, whatever information they're looking for, your chatbot is going to provide. And if they need any help, further help, or if they want to talk to someone, it can be done through the bookings integration. So this was number one. Now, the other thing that the sales IQ and bookings integration is going to help you do is a live chat. For example, instead of a chatbot, let's say you have the resource to take up live chat with customers. So you have agents who are available, or you have a sales team who is ready to take up a point, who is ready to start conversations whenever a customer is coming into your website. Then your bookings integration will help you there as well. So let's say that I want to talk to a human. Now, for the purpose of this webinar, I have created a setup like this, but with Sales IQ, you don't have to throw up a bot. Whenever someone is going to initiate the chat, it is directly going to take them through a live agent who is available. So they do not have to click any button. The chat will be automatically shared with a live agent who's available, and the conversation is going to start. So now let me show you how that's going to look like. I'm going to say that I want to talk to a human instead of a bot, which I'm sure a lot of people would prefer if there's an option. So I'm going to say talk to a human, and it's going to give me the chat into my Sales IQ window. There we go. So I received the chat into my agent's view, and I've accepted the chat as an agent. And now the conversations have begun. So there are back and forth conversations happening between my agent and the prospect. and there's so many conversations are going on, the prospect is happy. And what if at some point they indicate that they want to talk to someone? What if they want to schedule a meeting with sales, or they want to schedule a meeting for a demo later in the day or sometime tomorrow? The usual process will be to get back to them via email, or we collect their details and then we'll send it to the right person in our team. And then there's again a lot of back and forth emails that are going to happen. Well, you do not have to do all of that with the Sales IQ and bookings integration, because now when, let's say, your customer is now asking for a demo, let's say that he or she is saying, I need a demo for tomorrow. And once this is done, all your agent has to do is, in the same window at the bottom, they're going to see an appointment button. And when they click on it, they will see all the services or the meeting types that I created in my bookings account show up over here. And it will also show the staff's booking page inside my bookings account as well. So what this does is, it's going to make it easy for your staff or the agent to send the widget to your customers when they ask for a meeting, so that the appointment is made instantly without having to waste time. So for example, since they've asked for a demo, I'm going to send the book a demo widget to the customer. It's shared in just a single button. It's shared. And now this is how it's going to look like for your customers. So the book the demo widget has come up for your customer. They're going to book the meeting now. Let me choose a different agent this time. Maybe I'll choose Caitlin. And for Caitlin, for tomorrow, let's say I want to make an appointment on Thursday, which is 13th of April at, let's say, 1:30 p.m. We enter the details as well. There we go. The appointment is booked, and it just took us less than a minute to do it over here as well. So this is what your bookings integration is going to help you to do. At any point when your live chat is doing great in terms of conversations, and at a certain point they want to have a live conversation or a meeting with someone, the bookings and sales IQ integration is going to help your customers or prospects schedule a meeting instantly without having to waste time. So there's so much of value that you're going to provide to customers, and most importantly, there is no delay, so that in that delay anything can happen. Let's say in that delay they explore your competitor's website, or they lost the interest, then you're not going to reach out to them. And when you're going to reach out to them, they're not going to respond to you back positively like they did over here, because there is so much of intent over here. The intent to talk, the intent to purchase, the intent to know more, and scheduling the meeting or throwing them the resources where they can learn more when they want it is going to help them big time in their purchasing journey. Now, there is so much of flexibility that these two options are going to give you. Flexibility in terms of, let's say, it is not required that you must do either one of these two possibilities, which is either to have a chatbot or have a live chat. You can do both. Let's say in the business working hours, you have live chat available, and during the non-business working hours, let's say you do not have the resource for 24/7 live chat to be there, you can set up your chatbots for the remaining time, so that your chatbot is going to cover for you and for your team and for your business, and will ensure that no matter at what time your prospects are going to land on your website to know more, your chatbot is going to get the job done. So this is what your Sales IQ is going to help you to do. It is going to provide immense value for your prospects and for your customers whenever they need something. I hope this was useful. Let me know if you have any questions in the Q&A section, and we'll be happy to help. Pragadeesh, over to you.
First of all, I am hoping that wasn't information overload for the audience. And secondly, Ila, that was a great demo. Thank you for sharing it with us. So the integration does take self-servicing to God mode. So does anyone in the audience use any kind of scheduling apps? Let us know what are the scheduling apps you are using. I'll also give you the mic access so that you can share your information with us. Okay. If you want to share your experience, please request for a mic access. I'll share. You can share your story with us. I see people are using Calendly, WP Form. Any other apps? How are you feeling? Do you face any difficulties with those apps? Do you feel some features could add more value to it? I also want to note that Anish has to go because of an emergency, so that's why he left the meeting. And I also want to thank Anish for his insight on this overall scheduling apps. I think we have come to the end of the session, and I have only one more question. So, Ila beautifully explained the scope of both chatbots and scheduling apps and how they can be used together well. So, is there anything else you'd like to add, Ajin?
I think both Anish and Ella explained the business cases very well. I would like to point out a couple of points that also, even though you can do bookings, you can also do rescheduling and canceling of the appointments as well, which will be intimated to the chatbot through a flow, and the same operators can get intimated about that, and he'll do a follow-up, and that will go around. And to emphasize it, to summarize it, if you run a business that has a website that also requires, booking appointments, scheduling meetings, whether it can be a sales demo or an online consultation, whatever the business use case may be, Zoho integrations with Zoho Bookings is a key to handle hassle-free appointment booking by chatbots and by customer support agents manually. And trust me, once this is integrated and automated with chatbots, it is going to save a lot of time for your customers and your customer support agents as well. So if you ask me, that's all. No, there is a lot more we have in SalesIQ. We do have other fruitful, important integrations as well. To start with, we have integration with Zoho CRM. You can push website visitor details directly from your SalesIQ dashboard to your CRM account, and you also automatically convert them as leads or contacts and follow up from them. And we also have Zoho Desk integrations, where you have you can convert chats into help desk tickets with a single click from SalesIQ dashboard, and you don't need to miss the missed chats, right? You don't want chats to be missed and the prospect to be missed out of your hand. And those missed chats can also be automatically converted to tickets so that you don't miss out them. And very recently, we have integrated Zoho SalesIQ with Zoho Checkout. Yeah. So imagine a business. I run a business. I want to receive payment from my visitors or customers. If I have that kind of integration, I can just share, or the bot deployed in my website can automatically share a payment link in the form of payment card in the chat window, and the customer can make a payment in chat window itself. That is that is kind of cool thing to have. So we also have Zoho campaigns, where you can send marketing campaigns as well. And Zoho Analytics is deeply integrated with SalesIQ, where you can see customers' insights very elaborately when you integrate SalesIQ with Zoho Analytics. And on the whole, SalesIQ, it's not just a live chat or bot enabled tool to just interact with the customer or just gather leads or gather information from them. It is a 360-degree customer engagement platform, which can be built by all types of business, right from enterprise to small scale, and it can be used across industries, whether it can be e-commerce or finance, education, or travel, or real estate, and whatnot. It can be used by a wide range of business. If you have a website, SalesIQ is quintessential for that. And it can be also used across departments, whether it can be a sales to marketing to support. Across departments, SalesIQ can be utilized. And that's all from my side, Pragadeesh.
Thank you, Ajin. And thank you everyone for joining, and hope you had a great insight about how the integration works and what you can do for your business.